We are here at Epcot. It is 8:27 at night, which means usually the park would be closing in 33 minutes.
But
however, tonight is the first of the Epcot V.I.Passholder nights. They've had one in Magic Kingdom already. There are two in Epcot. Tonight's the first. And it was for annual pass holders, but it was invitation only. So we had to come in and get a wristband. And now we can go and dodge the Illuminations crowd, and they've got most of the park open actually.
yeah, they do.
Not all of World Showcase, but Norway is open, so Frozen Ever After, and then Test Track, and Soarin', and Living with the Land. So we're gonna be tired tomorrow at work, but we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Look at the cool lights being projected on the sidewalk as you enter in Epcot. It's so pretty coming into Epcot at nighttime. There's the monorail. And there's Spaceship Earth. The fountain by the Fountain View and Club Cool is especially pretty at night. We're headed to the Festival Center to get a new magnet for the back of the car and check in, because if you come to Epcot 4 times and you are a season pass member, you get a cutting board. So this will be our first one. The Festival Center is in the old Wonders of Life building, but if you look behind it, you can see the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster going up.
It's a huge building.
It is massive. Look at this big crane they're using to construct the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. This thing is humongous. And this is what the cutting boards are going to look like after only 3 more visits. All the rides are so pretty at night. This is Mission Space, and look, there's no line. Look at the lack of people lining up to go into the ride. These are all spots that you would normally line up the team members, but all we have is Annie!
And you!
Well, Mission Space seems to be having a little technical difficulties. Well, this is what the big centrifuge looks like. They're going to spin us around. But now we're getting in our capsule.
Okay. And my dad will let me be so perfect.
They're taking us out of our capsule and taking us to another one because there seems to be some video difficulties. Interesting. Well, they took us off of the ride and put us in a waiting area while they work on the ride. We're back, and maybe this time it'll work.
Hopefully, because the lights are going down.
But even with that slingshot.
Okay.
Well, we're boarding for the second time. Here we go.
We have main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission control, the
team. Pilot, engage second stage rocket. Now.
Computer override engaged. Leaving Earth orbit. Velocity 15,000. 16,000. You should have visual of the space station now, and you are on course for your slingshot around the moon. Navigator, fire rockets for lunar orbit insertion. Now. Computer override. LOI confirmed. Beautiful sight, isn't it? Something to dream about on the way to Mars. Engineer, activate hypersleep. Now. Computer override activated. Hypersleep duration. 3 months. Monitoring mode. Rise and shine. Let's go, team. We've got a problem. Beginning evasive maneuvers. This meteor storm is directly over your Mars landing site. Proximity alert. Pilot, deploy the shield. Now. Computer override. Shield deployed. We're ready for deorbit burn. Navigator, fire rockets for descent. Now. Computer override. Rocket fired. 200 miles to planet surface. Engineer, extend wings for gliding. Now. Computer override. Wings extended. We've lost autopilot. Commander, activate manual control. Now. Activated. All hands on the control stick. Pull back. Pull back. Left. Pull left. Once the KB home. Now right. Ease it left. They're coming in too high. Back to center. Just hold it steady. Runway ends in 1,000 feet. 200 feet. Watch the barrier. 15 feet. Pull back. Hang on. Down and clear. Alert. Location Canyon Edge. Don't move a muscle. Good work, team. You made it to the landing site. Welcome to Mars. And welcome to the Astronaut Corps.
We've never ridden test track at night, but we're sure going to tonight. The sign says 30 minutes, but I think it's lying.
Driving technology activated.
Welcome to the Sept. We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface.
And this pilot touched this up since I got it over a year ago.
On bar. SimCar performance feedback.
Let's see how your designs hold up now.
Commencing SimCar off-road and extreme weather sequence.
Lightning!
Yeah, this one worked. It didn't work last time.
Capability test results displayed and verified.
Now let's see how your vehicle's going to fare when it comes to their efficiency.
Scanning SimCar for optimal fuel efficiency. EcoScan for aerodynamic efficiency. Drive systems analysis. Hyperspectral imaging in progress. Calculating time. this test.
Okay. Responsiveness data is now being synchronized.
Verified and active.
Always ready.
Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
All right.
Hello, camera.
Good job. Way to go, Esther.
Displaying power test results. SimTrack performance testing complete.
This concludes your performance testing. You'll be able to see how your Chevrolet custom concept vehicle designs compare with the sim car after you disembark. Please watch your step as you exit. Remember to take all your personal belongings with you. Be sure to check your final performance numbers in our scoring.
This is the pyramid in Mexico at night, and it's also just beautiful. We're getting ready to ride Frozen Ever After, and it is a walk-on, which is very unusual. So we're looking forward to it. We were going to ride Frozen, but it looked like it was going to take about 15 minutes to get through the line, and we were worried that we wouldn't be able to get to the land and ride Living with the Land, so we're headed back. They're having a pass holder dance party in front of the fountain.
Hey, speaking of special offerings, don't forget about the reserved seating they have for you over at the East of the Beat Concert Series. And of course, it's just for you guys. There's another way.
We're on our way in to ride Living with the Land, and it looks like nobody's in line.
Surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. Portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich in productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. Very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. But over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that one day become home to the American farm.
We're going into the greenhouse at night.
Welcome to our living laboratories, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world.
Black pepper.
These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. You probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system
it's a Mickey made out of hoses.
Water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this. While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. Nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients.
It's a big hidden Mickey.
Over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this
Maybe
one
not so
small
hidden.
area.
Look at the size of those rosemary plants. They're more like rosemary trees.
The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding.
Look at what we found on the sidewalks on the way out. This is really cool. And these are in the sidewalks. Well, it's a little after 11 and they're shutting everything down. This was way too short. We had a good time, but we had to skip some of the things that we were planning on seeing.
Had to hurry to get between things.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ride Frozen Ever After, but we didn't have time for it.
No.
We didn't have time for Soarin'.
Nope.
But we did have a pretty good time, but I certainly wish we'd had at least another hour, maybe two.
But maybe not on a school night then. Look at poor Annie, she is dead. So it's time to go home. But we had a good time. This was actually better than it was reviewed for the Magic Kingdom night. I'm very pleased. We had fun.
So, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, write us a comment, see what you think. And with that said, I'm Art.
I'm Elizabeth.
And he's asleep. And this is Our Life on the Go.